for those who...
What we do here is go back.
Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
You'll never have the sacred stone.
Oh, this you crazy mother...
What's going on, everyone? Welcome! Another fine Monday, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend. Welcome to the Child of Mecha livestream. I am your host, Tim, the one and only Child of Mecha, and today we're still in masking hell. What are we gonna do? Just gotta keep pushing. That's all we can do right now. Everybody, that's all we can do. So, let's see. Hey, boop, boop. I build giant robots. Retro version. Go get you one. ChildofMecha.com. Hit up the store up at the top, and you'll be transported to a fine, wonderful world of merch for shirts and hats and bags and other stuff. So, go there. Not right now, but go there later. Also, too, if you are interested in any of the tools that I will be working with tonight, hit the Amazon link just below here on YouTube, over on this side if you're watching on Facebook. Yay, masking. All right, so, wow. Some big things are happening, people. Some big things. Big things. I can't say too much. can't say much, but it has to do with my GBWC entry for next year. I have a concept fully fleshed out, and I think it will be a good one. But more news on that later. Very excited about it, though. So, what else? Gundam Narrative. How about that 24-minute opening deal? Let's talk about that for a minute, shall we? I watched it, and I thought it was awesome. Oh, bear with me, everybody. Let me take care of one small bit of business here, okay? Let's see. Andrew Young, you have been promoted to viewer. Hey, there's Guilo. Look at that. Guilo raid. Boop, boop. Andrew, thank you for your help, but come on, man. You know it wasn't going to last. Bailey's back. He's feeling better. Bam. Anyway, Christmas came early. Yes. But anyway, hey, you guys, let's talk about this Gundam Narrative for just a minute, because I was blown away. I am very excited. I am like this, waiting for the rest of Gundam Narrative. I thought it was great, that first 24 minutes. If you haven't seen it, I will not spoil it for you. Suffice enough to say that the fight scenes were great. The animation is awesome. The characters, like the main pilot is older. He's 25. Thank you, Sunrise, for not having a weenie whiny teenager or a guy with a girl's name as your lead protagonist. I appreciate that. I really do. Yeah, I'm digging this so far. I am totally digging Narrative. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a hard sell when it comes to anime and stuff. I'm not an anime fan. Yeah, if you have not seen it, go hit up Gundam Info on YouTube's after the stream, of course. It's amazing. I mean, I can't get over how good it was. Especially at the very end. You did see the I guess new Neo Zeon under wraps and kind of in scaffolding, I guess, is probably the best description I could say. But man, yeah, it was solid, you guys. Solid. Like, I'm talking Gundam Thunderbolt, Gundam Unicorn, solid. Those were solid animes. Those were solid Gundam shows. This was solid. And also, if you have not seen, it's floating around on the internet right now too, is that the teaser for Hathaway's Flash. Like, yes, it's gonna. 2019 is, I think, gonna be a really good year for the Gundam franchise. I have that feeling. Narrative, and then Hathaway's Flash. Yeah. 2 thumbs up from this reviewer. Oh my. Yeah. So, man, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Viking Omega. Pretty cool name. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Over there on Twitch. So, yeah. Narrative and Hathaway's Flash. Good stuff there, right? Okay. So, without any further ado, we're going to get into more masking. And we're going to start tackling this shield, which is going to be an endeavor. So, before that, though, Got to bring you up to speed with what we've done. And now, a few streams ago, I showed you the color that I painted the jump pack, the hunchback, as it's I've been calling it. And that was a Russian aircraft blue, if I'm not mistaken, the proper name of it. I didn't like that after further inspection, so let's show you. Like, I had to strip it, and let's be honest, third time I think was the charm. So the new color of the jump pack, this right here. Woo! Look at that. It's a nice tan-ish khaki color. This is the, what is this? Mr. Hobby, I think it's number 336. This is the hemp color. And man, it is just a really nice kind of subdued shade of tan. So this is basically going to be the new color of the jump pack. Now this obviously is just based. This still has masking and all that to do. JJLA3, thank you for the follow over there on Twitch. Appreciate that. So what we've got here is the closest thing we'll have to, say, a Christmas present. We're going to unwrap this, and we're going to see what it looks like, because I have masked and masked and masked this thing like crazy. So let's go through and see what's under here, shall we? Gonna be a lot of tape removal on this, but you guys get to see kind of the real deal live as it happens. Oh yeah, look at that. Ooh. That looks good there. You got the two little button details there. And I will try my best to keep this on camera too. A little hard. Yeah, this is looking pretty decent. So far, so good. Nice khaki color with this dark gray strapping over there. Yeah, I am digging it. Oh, look at that orange. That right there is the little pop of color that this thing needed. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Look at that. Let's get these last few pieces off here. Oh, and there we go. Look at that. That, ladies and gentlemen, is pretty damn sweet. Nice. I am really digging that. I am really, really digging that. That color combination, oof. Dust out of the panel lines and stuff here. Oh yeah. Nice. And then once you go to panel line this and add decals and all those things, man, this thing will just come to life like crazy. That's decals, honestly, are my favorite part. It really is. It's just, it really is when, you know, life is embedded into the piece. It's great. It's absolutely great. So we're going to set that off to the side. Okie dokie. Let's, you know what, let's check in with the chat. Shall we? I mean, we just, you know, let's talk a little bit, shall we? All right. Let's start with Twitch, because our friend Guilo rated us. Thank you. Let's see. Agony J2. Do you prefer decals or water slides? Technically water slides are decals, but I understand what you're saying. And yes, I prefer water slides. Water slides, you can lay down, and they look painted on if you do it right. So yeah, I prefer water slides. So Julius Dempsey, Tim, aren't you going to enter the Jesta at GBWC? That, my friends, is the question of the night. The answer to that question will probably not be answered until we get closer to GBWC. So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish up the Jesta. That's going to get wrapped up and, you know, quality finish. Going to try to finish it strong. And then I am going to start on a new build. Pretty ambitious. I'm going to tell you that right now. For 2019. And it's going to be awesome. There's going to be more details to come, because it's pretty exciting, and I'm pretty psyched about the whole process. But if it comes to an issue of time and time management, finishing, then the Jesta is my backup, plain and simple. And then what I'll do is continue to roll over backup builds. So, if in the event that I don't finish the project that I want to have during the year, then I always have a backup. I always have a backup plan at that point. So, I think that's kind of a smart move at this point. Dean, what about the tutorials, Tim? Another wonderful question, Dean. Those are going to happen. Those absolutely will happen. So do not worry about that. Yes. Kenneth Sim, had Tim pick a name title for this dio yet? Yes, I do have a name in mind, but I don't want to tell you. I don't want to tell you simply because I think it would give too much away. Okay? You guys are going to have to wait and see it come to fruition, because I think I think it's a solid idea. I truly do. It's going to be a little outside of my comfort zone, but if you don't ever stray from your comfort zone, you'll never progress. So this will be outside of my comfort zone. So, yes. Soravan, hey, over there on Twitch, what's going on? Hey, Soravan got a new camera, everybody. Yes, he did. He got a new camera. Congratulations, Soravan. We're going to get you good with that camera. You have my promise. He says, are you still doing the high-grade video project before you get too deep in the next build? Yes, absolutely, 100% yes. Tutorials, I do want to make as a consistent thing, new consistent thing. In addition to the live streams, okay? Live streams aren't going anywhere. We'll continue to do live streams. But I do want to do tutorials, because not everybody wants to sit and watch a live stream, especially when we're carrying on like this, right? Or when we're talking about 80s toys or 80s cartoons or whatever other tangent we get off on sometimes, right? So I get that. But, so we will be doing tutorials, bite-sized videos, if you will. You know, your normal YouTube fare. So yes, that will absolutely be happening. Those will absolutely be coming. Yeah, it's going to be, 2019 is going to be a crazy, crazy, crazy year for us, you guys. So if you're here now, strap in. Let's go for a ride. I'm at the wheel. Let's go. Justin Ackerman, hey, perfect timing for that sign up, for that subscribe. Thank you for that and welcome to the family. So like I was saying, man, 2019, it's going to be great, you guys. It's going to be great. We're going to have fun. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to learn. Oh, I can't wait to get started. It's December. We got to get through these damn holidays and stuff. And then, man, clear sailing. Right? So, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Look at this, Cylon. Thank you. Nice. Oh, cool. Look at that. JJLA3. LOL, that YouTube sub is me. Well, thank you, man. Appreciate that. That's awesome. Let's see. What is it? Oh, Kurt Hill. He really, oh, talking about the parties over in Australia. Oh my God, yes. I want to come and party with you guys. That's like on my bucket list. Like, for real, for real. Rossamensis? Thank you for the subscribe. Appreciate that, buddy. That's awesome. Alex over there on Facebook, he says, my body is ready for Child of Mecha 2019. You better be, brother. You better be. Sydney Crew and Ryland really know how to party. Yes, they do, Kurt. Holy shit, do they know how to party, man. Oh. I seriously need to get down to Australia for one of the after parties. Either GBWC or the holiday party. I don't really care which. My main thing is just the 24 frickin' hours it would take from the East Coast of the U.S. to get to Sydney. Yes, 24 fucking hours. That's nuts. Julie Stemsky, have they posted the details about 2019 GBWC competitions, such as dates and locations? I would be very interested in attending. Maybe a Child of Mecha get-together at the event. I know they haven't. They got to get through the 2018 first, right? JJLA, which GBWC do you enter? You know what? That's up in the air. That's going to be up in the air. If it's back at Anime NYC, that's going to be a tough decision. I'll be honest with you. It's going to be a tough decision. Because I hated Anime NYC. You guys know that. Just go back and watch the stream for the 19th. It was pure crap. So, either there's options, right? Otakon is down in DC. It used to be in Baltimore, and I used to go to that, right? And that's just kind of like Anime NYC, but just bigger, you guys. And it was just like, it's not my thing, right? I'm not, like I said, I'm not an anime guy. I'm not into the entire genre of anime. I like a little niche of anime, you know, the mecha stuff, right? So there's Otakon, but that's expensive. You have to buy a 3-day pass. It's just stupid, right? Where New York, you can buy a 1-day, like a Saturday pass, for $50. But it's in New York City where everything's mad expensive. So that sucks. It's, you know, it's a double-edged sword, right? I mean, there's Anime Expo, but then it's a $700 plane ride and then another $150 for a car to rent, and so it's like you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. It really just is. So I don't know. But then there's always online, which could be a very real possibility. Yeah, it could be a very, very real possibility. We'll see, right? We'll see. But I would like to, my personal preference is to go someplace and compete in, you know, with people and interact and mingle and talk to people and meet people and stuff like that. That's my preference. So it's really going to be kind of where these things are held next year. So we'll see. That's a TBA. That's a TBA. You know what? I have. Let me see. I need to go over to Facebook and answer a question from Mr. Ashkon Hummy. He says, "Hello, Mecha Meister. Quick question. If your base is dark color and then you decided to paint orange on top of it, do you throw in a coat of white paint to make it more vibrant? If so, do you put white primer like Mr. White base on something like Mr. Hobby GX White?" That's a wonderful question. Thank you, Ashkon. Yes. So, let's get back to 2 streams. Okay, so for the orange here, yes. It was based in this nice hemp khaki color right here. But then I masked this section off, sprayed it white, gloss white first, and then this orange is actually Tamiya orange mixed with Mr. Hobby leveling thinner. So yes, great question. For me, I had to base that in white first to get that vibrancy. So yes, I tried it on a spoon without the white base. It looked like crap. So yeah, that's what we did. All right, so hey, my boy Simon Lamb is over there on Facebook too. He says, "Don't do online. They are so lazy. They don't even bother to post the entries nor the result." Man, Simon, I trust me, dude. I completely understand that point of view. But I think, you know, we've talked about the judging here this year, and if it's the same as next year. If it's the same next year as it was this year, that might be our only fair shot, and that's just realistic, unfortunately. So, anywho, let's see. Man, oh man, you guys are talking up a storm tonight. Let's see. Yeah, Sorvan. Yeah, the obvious answer is that Joel True Gunplay is getting places with the NCGMC. I guess that's what they're calling the East Coast version of SCGMC. Let's see. Scrolling back up because I missed so much. Yeah, okay, cool. So let's get back to new messages. Bang. Get back to there and there. Here we go. All right. Radical Kaijin. Yes. Get more judges. You should hashtag that. Hashtag get more judges. Boom. Let's see. GizmoCon Gunpla LOL with the online entries. There was one that was a whip picture. Ouch. That hurts the soul. It really does. Alright, you guys, let's switch back to camera 2 because we have bullshitted enough. It is time to get to work, shall we? Alright. JJLA3, I am trying to enter in GBWC, just not sure where I want to go. Well, where do you live? That would be the first question, right? Because they're all over the place. William Wilms. You know what, William? Woo! Yeah. JGL3. Okay, so Ohio. So there's options. You can. Shit. I think, you know, Ohio's. I mean, you could get Otakon. There's also what is it? ASEN, I think, Anime Central in Chicago. I think that's what it's called, but there's one in Chicago. But depending on where you are in Ohio, I mean, it could be further to Chicago than it is to DC, right? So those are 2 options. I mean, if you really wanted to go up to New York, you could. So yeah, those are probably your best options. Yeah. Like Bailey says, Will, check online. That's a touchy subject. Oh man. Sorvon, yeah, Chicago would probably be easiest. Yeah, I kind of agree. I mean, Ohio, depending on where you are, yeah, I'm still thinking Chicago is probably going to be best. But I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, all right. So the shield, you guys. All right. So we've got it. We've got these two based out pieces. Where's the one shield? Here we go. Let's show you the inside of the shield real quick because we finished that up. So we're gonna put these red pieces over. So there's the inside of the shield. Looks pretty good. Now, obviously, once we lay down, you know, panel lining and everything like that, this thing is just going to explode. And then once the decals are down, it's just going to basically come alive. But for just raw, solid colors, man, I think this came out really, really good. Yeah, I'm happy with it. It's not perfect, but I'm happy with it. I am happy with it. So that leaves these two outer pieces here. And if you watched the live streams where I was modifying these, you'll understand why the kind of lead up image for tonight's stream was more or less like, ugh. Yeah, this is going to be interesting, to say the least. Because basically, the way I paint is lowest color or base color sometimes first, and then you basically just build up your masking tape off of that, and you go vertically, right, in terms of detail. Okay, so what I have going on here, this red color in the main field of the lower part of the shield here, obviously, is the lowest vertically surface of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to mask off this entire red area, leave the serrated edges and things like that, and then also mask off these little kind of attachment straps here. A little hard to see. There we go. But you can see these little attachment straps here. Those will get painted as well. So we got to do that tonight. And if we even have time, we might get to this. I don't know. Depends on how quickly we get through this. Could take hours. I don't know. Haven't done it yet. So here we go. Let's roll. All right. So first things first is we have to mask around the perimeter of both edges. Okay, that is the first major hurdle. Before we do that, though, let's refill the masking tape here real quick. And if you guys have missed the last few streams, this is one of the secret weapons in my masking arsenal. This nice acrylic, well, it's not nice anymore, but it's a 10x10 acrylic sheet. And this, in conjunction with this nice little T-square by Wave, you just basically slide that along the edge, make your cut super duper accurate. Nice straight clean lines on your masking tape. So this edge right here is for 6mm, and as you can see, there's not a lot left. There's just this little piece right there. So we're just going to go ahead and just kind of remove that, scrap that off to the side. We're going to reload the acrylic sheet here real quick. Right about there. And all we do is just line this up and get this as close to the edge without going over as possible. That's going to give you the most accurate, straightest cuts with that T-square. So there we go. We have a 6-inch strip lined right at the bottom. Okay. There we go. And we just slide this back and forth real easy. Hey, look at that, Flynn Burger, Craig Flynn. What's going on, buddy? Flynn Burger. That's what I'm saying. So, ooh, ejected a paintbrush there. All right, so now that we've got this refilled, let's start examining what we're going to need here first and foremost. All right, so we're going to start with this side here because it's a little bit, obviously, a lot shorter. So the underside, this these edges here stay exposed. This red edge right here is exposed when the shield is put together. So we need to mask that off. These can stay exposed. This little teeny tiny part edge right here gets masked off. So we're going to have to do that right now. Okay. So with that being said, let's see how wide this is. It's almost 2 millimeter, almost. So we're going to cut a 3 millimeter piece, and we're going to cut that from the 10 millimeter masking tape because I want to wrap that over just a bit. We're actually going to go 3.5. You know what? Screw it, 4. Let's go with that. Just like that. We're going to pop that right in place, right there. And then we've got to wrap this around the edge. Just like that. And then seal that surface right in by pinching that tape and making that overhang stick together. Okay, so that's step 1. Easy peasy so far, right? Step 2 is this other side over here. That's going to be a little bit longer. And that is about 5. So let's go with 6. And let's switch it back over to our 6 millimeter since that's already defaulted for us. We're going to cut a 10 millimeter or 1 centimeter for those of you playing at home piece out of that. We're going to wrap this edge same way we did it before. Pop that right on next to that serrated edge piece, and then just start wrapping this around. And I'll be honest with you, if you guys are any good at wrapping presents, you're probably going to be halfway decent at scale model masking, because that's realistically the closest thing to it. So, all right, so we've got our 2 pieces done there. So now we've got to take care of these bevels here. But before that, what I think I'm going to do is mask up next to these little straps here. So for that, we're going to need a couple 2 millimeter slices of 6 millimeter tape. Pop that right in the corner. Just push that right down in there. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other side here. Now, we've got that inside corner masked off. Now we have to take care of the bevels on the lower pieces. So we're going to cut another couple strips of 2 millimeter out of the 6 millimeter tape. And that's going to take care of the bevel pieces for us. Sorvon, you're terrible at wrapping presents. That's okay, man. You can still be good at masking even if you're bad at wrapping presents. It's not a prerequisite. Although, it is a plus. Okay. All right, so now we've got the edges masked off up to the strapping part, the connection straps, I guess, if you want to call it. JJLA3, curious, could you hydro dip a kit? Absolutely, you could. I've seen guys do it, and some actually look pretty damn good. Yeah. I've seen a gentleman do like a carbon fiber kind of look. It was like a red carbon fiber, and didn't look bad. It did not look bad at all. I have to say, I'm not one to kind of really. I probably wouldn't do it myself, but yeah, it's possible. It's absolutely possible. True, true. All right. So next, I think what we're going to do is we're going to get the tape here in between the gaps between these little strapping details. Now, each one is incrementally different, so we have to cut to the size of that gap, right? So that's where our little wave T-square comes in, and we will see what this looks like. So the gap between here is a little under 6. Okay, so we're going to continue using the 6mm. Go right there, probably about a little over 5.5. Okay. Let's see if that fits. Yep, that fits pretty damn good. We're going to get it into the corner a little bit better here. Actually, let's spin the sucker around and let's see if that 6mm side would fit any better. Actually, that actually does fit a lot better. So we're going to swing it around. We're going to use the 6mm side rather than the 5.5mm side. We're going to go with that. Happy accidents. Bob Ross. If you don't know who Bob Ross is, then I mean, I don't know what to say. If you don't know who Bob Ross is, happy accident guy. Happy little trees. All right, let's get this middle section here. That is more like it's a little under 9mm. Bailey says, wrap your gifts on the diagonal. Oh, that is, Jesus, that's torturous. I can only imagine that one. I mean, how do you even do that? Like, on the diagonal? Like, ay, ay, ay. Ah, okay, so that strip is a little too much, right? So, not a problem. You peeled the strip up, right? And you can just place it right back down onto the edge of the acrylic sheet and still be able to trim it. So I need to take probably about 0.5mm off of here. Okay, let's see what that looks like now. Nope, still too wide. So we take another 0.5mm off of this piece. And we just continue this process until it fits perfectly. That's just proper masking. Perfect. That's what we like. That's what we want. Perfect mask. Perfect sizing. Right in between that gap. Alright. So you can see how this is starting to shape up, right? Let's get this last gap here. That is about 7. About 7. So we'll cut it at 7 in the mark, and that should hopefully fit. We'll see. Yeah, a little long. A little long. Should have taken back a mark. Okay. JJLA3. I'm being extremely ambitious with wanting to compete in GWC. He says, I have never airbrushed before, and this will be my first kit. Damn, dude. Well, you know what? Man, I just say go for it, dude. Because even if you don't win GWC, which, I mean, let's be honest, and let's be realistic, the chances of a first-timer, you know, painting a kit and everything, it's probably not going to happen. Just being honest, right? But the cool thing about GBWC is all the people that you are able to meet and interact with, right? It's awesome. The best part of Anime NYC for me, and I hated Anime NYC, was seeing all my friends up there and talking to them and just interacting and all that, just shooting the shit. I mean, in meeting new people, I met new people that I have never met before, right? And it was awesome. So, if nothing else, don't worry about the competing part. Just enter, right? Because you're going to meet fantastic new people. You're going to make friends. That's important. There you go. KH, I think that's Kurt Hill. My Wave T-Square arrived the other week, Tim. It's such a great tool. Thanks for the recommendation. No, man, thank you, buddy. Thank you for watching. It's an awesome ass tool, man. This little bugger, man. It's great. Ricky Paul Carlson, more masking? He says, LOL, you seeing tape in your dreams, Tim? Oh, dude, you have no clue. You have no clue. The bane of my existence right here is masking. I'm telling you guys. So for these little connection straps, I am going to have to pull out the visor here because they are super tiny, and I want to make sure that we're getting them masked correctly here. Okay, I forgot I rounded those off. Damn it. So, this just got a lot more complex. Yeah, a lot more complex. So, what we do, I don't know why I do this to myself, but it is what it is. So we're going to cut a few different strips of 2mm out of the 6. Let's see, there's 4 of them. So if my calculations are correct, we're going to need 12. And I will show you why. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7 piece. Let's start with 8. And now we've got 8 2mm strips down here. Obviously you can't see them on screen, but we're going to cut them in half again. And now we have 16. We have 16 little 3x2 squares, right? Carlo Castro, Tim, doesn't the headgear make you dizzy? No, actually it doesn't. It did when I first got them, okay? It absolutely did when I first got them. I could only look through them for maybe 10 minutes at a time. But your eyes adjust very, very rapidly. And yeah, I mean, I could look through these things all day, flip them back up, and be perfectly fine again. So your eyes do strengthen with these. So, great question. Let's see, JJLA3, when do they announce GBWC? Well, the global competition is actually next weekend. And then after that, I would imagine January, February, maybe early January. I don't know. It's a waiting game at that point. Whoa. Freehand zoom for you playing at home. There we go. Damn tape slipped. All right, Ashkan Hami is back over there on Facebook. He says, sorry, this is off topic on your masking episode, but for super glue, I see that you love the Loctite Ultra Liquid Control, but do you use the gel type super glues? I don't. I don't use the gel types. He also says, also, does the Ultra Liquid Control have no fog and sand easy? Thanks, I learned so much from your streams that I get excited and watch them like it's a TV show. Nice. Kind of like how my girlfriend goes nuts for keeping up with the Kardashians. Perfect. Okay, so just real quick. So, great question. Yes, I love this stuff. Ultra Liquid Control. In my opinion, it's one of the best, if not the best, super glues that I've ever done. If you're talking about on clear parts like canopies and things like that, it will fog, unfortunately. That's the downside. It will absolutely fog. Because it actually does fog on normal pieces too if you put a little bit too much on there. In terms of gels, I don't really use them, but they are very good still if you need that extra time. I've used them in the past, and my preference is just the Ultra Liquid Control. So, yeah. What else? What else? Does it sand easy? Absolutely, it does. Because when you lay that down, it's very similar to the density of plastic, to like bandized plastic. Very, very similar to it. I actually filled a bunch of components on the Jesta with just straight super glue. So yeah, it's amazing stuff. I couldn't recommend it more. So there you go. But it does fog. It will absolutely fog on clear parts. That's the only downside. So if you'd want something that doesn't fog, then yeah, you're probably gonna have to look at another product, unfortunately. So can't be absolutely perfect, right? So let's see. Sorvan, they'll start talking about it in March, April sort of time. Yeah, GBWC. Yeah, probably. Ricky Paul Carlson, thinking of investing into Mia at your rate of tape should keep me some profit on the old portfolio. That's a good one. I like that. I like that. Investment humor. Keep it coming. Keep it coming. That's a good one. GizmoCon Gumplets, Tim, the World Finals is actually this week. Yeah, this weekend. That's what I meant this coming weekend, Jonathan. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's the 9th over there, and it'll probably be the 8th for us in the States. So yeah. Kerhill, some great entries that made it into GBWC Finals in Japan. I think Manson Ing entry from Hong Kong or Chaco Falcon David from Singapore have a good chance of placing. Absolutely. I think Manson and David have a very, very strong chance of placing. My boy Win, who just happens to be watching over there on Facebook. That's, I mean, honestly, come on. Manson's and David's entries are absolutely breathtaking. 100%. But man, Wins. He's totally outdone himself this year, you guys. If you've not seen it, go look up Paint Pusher on Facebook, and you will see the work of art he has created this year. Yeah. Win always impresses me with everything that he does. So, let's see. JJLA3. Any Americans have a chance? Soravan over there on Twitch, he said, LOL, not this year. I happen to agree. Complete Uruguay. Javier. My vote goes for Win. Nice. Nice. See, Winnie? We're all pulling for you, brother. We're all pulling for you over here. All right. Start masking these little straps that are just going to kill me. So, since these are rounded, you have to treat them essentially like a chamfer. So, not only do you have the vertical sides, you have the 45-degree angles, and then you have the horizontal at the top. So that requires 5 separate pieces of masking tape. 3 for the top, 2 for the sides. And there's that. Let's get that pressed down. All right. Let's do some super zoom on this bad boy so you can see what I'm talking about here and why this damn thing is the bane of my existence. Oh, look, there's Win. He says, "Oh, you, I'll PayPal you the bribe money for you to say that about my work, buddy." Nice, nice. You've got my email address, so make sure it happens. Brother, I'm pulling for you, Winnie. I am absolutely pulling for you. All right. So, with that being said, let's get this box. Let's get right in here. Wow, it's even small even at 5x. Look at that. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about, you guys. Yeah. So you can see that this little itty bitty strap here is slightly beveled on the 2 corners, rounded over even. So, like I said, you need the verticals coming down along the sides, and then you need 3 separate pieces to go properly around that top. Now, the problem that I'm going to run into here, potentially, hopefully not, is that these straps are only 1/4 millimeter thick. And I think at this point, this masking tape is getting, getting some height on it. Let's put it that way. So that's what we got to do to get these things properly masked. So let's get out of super zoom. Boom. Let's get back over here. All right, here we go. So back to work. Back to work. Back to work. All right. So we keep plugging along at this thing. And remember, always, you know, the short sides first, and then the longer sides. But with these little guys, you can get away with not doing those short sides first. Once you have all these little pieces of masking tape cut, it actually does speed up the process of masking these little things, because you've already got them cut. All you got to do is pick them up, put them down, move on to the next one. So just in the, you know, maybe 30, 40 seconds, I've just gotten 2 completely masked off. So it's not terrible. And then there's the last one for this side. So now what we have is this entire serrated edge and the straps completely masked. That's pretty much done, right? So we worry about the edge, the perimeter of the piece first in this sort of with this sort of part. We mask off the complicated bits, and then we go back with some bigger pieces and we mask off the main field. So it's not hard, but it's super tedious, you guys. I hate this shit. I'll fly Win over here from Thailand so he can mask my parts for me. It would be fun. That would be fun. Oh man, Gunpla Uruguay. I'll be in Japan around this time in 2019. I hope that I'll be on time for the finals. Dude, Javier, I'm serious. If you're there at the same time, that's the same time finals are, oh, man, you'll have a blast. You'll have a blast, dude. Carlo Castro. So what would do in that instance when the height kind of affects painting due to masking? That's a great question. You have to play give and take at that point, and I will explain. Since the masking tape starts to build height on, you know, in comparison to the part that you're masking. Obviously it has not come up to the same level yet, so you will get some of the sides, you will get paint exposure to that, okay? So that is fine. The other thing you have to remember is that you're going to be panel lining this, or at least I'm going to be panel lining this, and panel line fluid will go around these parts and embed itself into those corners. So at that point, even if you don't have full coverage down the sides of that part, and mind you, it's only a 1/4 millimeter in height, that panel lining fluid will pretty much cover or obfuscate any lack of paint that you may have at the bottom height of that piece. Okay? So it's give and take, but I'm not overly worried about it. All right? It's one of those things with masking. It just is. And then when you also have to consider too, is that someone with these little things being, these little detailed parts being so tiny, no one ever, except for the person that builds it, like me, is ever going to look at it with a pair of optivisors or, you know, a super high power magnifying glass or something like that to actually see if there's full paint coverage on the height of a 1/4 millimeter high piece, right? So again, it's give and take, but chances are you'll be perfectly fine once it's panel lined. So there we go. Yeah. Let's see. Mickey Perdomo. Welcome, Mickey. Thank you for watching. I've got a question. When putting the model together, is it better / easier to remove the parts from the runner as needed, or to remove them all up front at one time? Good question. I think it's more preference, personal preference at that point. Me, I take them off the runner as I'm going through the instructions, right? So, you know, if I've never put the model together, you know, me personally, I would follow the instructions and clip them off the runner as you need them, just for sanity's sake, because some of these parts are very small. You can end up losing them. Some of them look very, very similar to one another. Some of them are mirror copies of one another, because they go on both sides. So it's easy to screw up excuse me, part placement, if you're not looking at the label on the runner. That's my 2 cents. So, Freddie Torres is with us. What's going on, Freddie? Freddie was wrong. The channel. David, what's going on, buddy? Hey, Tim. Hey, everyone. The Dwidget. There are no hobbies and games. Looks like I got to plan a business trip for this time next year. Yeah. Zombie Owl. Sorvan, agreed. Oh, you guys are talking about the paint and stuff over there on Twitch. Yeah. Thin the paint to the consistency of milk. Always a good rule of thumb. Ashkan Hami over there on Facebook. Do you ever mask hard to reach areas using the little squares and triangles? I see you kind of did it, but I noticed you try to avoid having to encounter that method. Yes. I'm not a big fan of the multiple squares and triangles and stuff like that. If I can use one solid piece, I absolutely will, because that's my preference, right? Because a solid piece tightly masked around whatever part that you're trying to mask will always leave you with a much cleaner, crisper paint line than a bunch of squares, triangles, or, you know, other geometry at that point. So yes, I highly avoid that method if at all possible. Sometimes that's your only option, right? So, you know, it's a give and take, and it's very situational. So yeah, good question. Great question. Oh, Sorvan, you're talking my language, buddy. Sorvan over there on Twitch says, not just clunky, Vallejo's primer has issues sticking and it tears off in chunks when you sand it. Yes, I had a very bad experience with Vallejo primer. Some people swear by it, especially the mini painter guys, because number one, Vallejo primer is a, what is it, a polyacrylic or something? I forget what they call it. But yeah, it's basically an acrylic primer, so it doesn't bite into the plastic, say like, you know, like Mr. Surfacer or Alclad primer, or like SMS primer or Gaia Notes or something like that. It doesn't chemically bite into the plastic. It just sits on top, right, like a blanket. It is better when you have a varied surface, so a natural surface like minis, like hair or chainmail or something like that, with a lot of variable heights and nooks and crannies that it can grasp onto. A flat surface like this, yes, it will peel off like tape off the roll. It's bad, you guys. It's bad. Stay away from Vallejo primer if you're building Gunpla. Seriously, stick with a good primer like Tamiya Fine L in the can. Again, Mr. Surfacer is my personal preference. Mr. Surfacer 1000. You know, SMS for you guys down in Australia. Go purchase some from Scotty. And you know, there's a bunch of others out there too that are you know, lacquer solvent based primers as well. Bailey says, for water-based primer, use Ammo MiG one-shot. I know he's gotten some great results with that, so that's a great suggestion as well. Or the original label, Badger Stylin Res. So there you go. Yeah, you can use those as well. I've heard very good things about those. I've never tried them myself, though. So yeah. There we go. Yeah, lean toward MiG or Tamiya. Yeah. Boom. All right, back to it. Back to the torture. Back to the torture. Back to the torture. God, somebody lay down that track. Back to the torture. Back to the torture. It's gonna be a hit. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you. All right, so we've got this side, this serrated edge completely masked off. Last thing that we really kind of would want to do, excuse me, is just put a strip right off the roll and just kind of join these up and mask off those little gaps above. And that will mask over the edge. Just like that. Bada boom, bada bing. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. There we go. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pick it up and we're going to go around. Start in this corner. We're going to go down here and around. Okay. So, want to make all of this disappear first. So we're going to mask that curve part off. We're just going to use tape right off the roll. Nothing special, no special cuts or anything like that. We just want to make sure that this stuff is masked off properly on the back here. We want this serrated edge, this part right here, to continue to be exposed. So we don't want to cover that up in any way, shape, or form. So, excuse me. All right. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to lay down just one of these little leftover pieces right in this corner here. And now we've got this open edge right here that we need to mask off as well. So we're going to, let's measure this first. That's about 5, so we'll go 6. So we're going to cut a 6x6 piece here out of this 6mm tape right there. Excuse me. Zombie Owl 13, I keep hearing good stuff about MiG. I have a lot of money in Vallejo paints. I'm sorry. Let's see, Ricky Paul Carlson Bailey, is that Badger the same that UMP primer are? Bailey says apparently yes. Relabeled. There we go. We learn. Boom. That, my friends, is why Bailey is a better moderator than Andrew is. I don't even think Andrew's watching anymore. I think I hurt his feelings, you guys, when I demoted him. He'll get over it. Andrew, are you still here? I haven't seen him comment in like 20-30 minutes, so I doubt it. Okay. All right, so now we've got this inner curve here. We've got that masked off. We've got this back exposed piece. We've got that masked off. We are ready to go down the line and get this puppy done. So we're going to mask the gaps first. Let's get that out of the way. That's going to be a little under 10. Oh, Carlo, Andrew signed off to write a paper. Oh, why am I not surprised? That kid, man. Don't get me wrong. I love the kid to death. I really, really do. He's a good kid. Tries real hard. Means very well. But holy shit, does he have his priorities fucked up. Oh. Alright. So that gap is properly masked. Now, we just need to measure out this last gap here. And that's going to be just about 2.5. But for that, yeah, let's not get crazy. Let's not get super fancy here. Let's keep it simple. Keep this moving along. What time is it getting to be? 11:13. Wow. Okay. So there's that. Now, I could use the little silicone brushes in this instance, but I find that a good old piece of stick tack is great in these corners and these recessed kind of areas. It just pushes the tape right down in it. But otherwise, you know, you could just use the silicone brushes and just kind of jimmy that down into there. But you do run into kind of a tight spaces in here, so that's why I kind of like the sticky tack for that particular area. Okay. Excuse me. All right, so now what we need to do, because this curved over and transitioned down on to this angle here, we need to measure this gap here as well. But we don't have to come all the way to the corner because this corner piece already helps us out with that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go about 8. I think that seems like a good number. Okay. Right there. Oh, man. This is tedious. This is torturous. I hate every moment of this, but oh my god, you guys, like, today's been pretty amazing, pretty awesome, and it just really, today's been one of those days where you find out the people that really got your back, and it feels good. It feels good. And this is what I'm talking about. This all is encompassed into my 2019 GBWC build, and man, I can't wait to share the news with you guys. Wish I could do it right now, but I'm gonna wait, and we're gonna make a stream out of it, and it's gonna be awesome. Okay, so yes. Pardon. Oh, Sorvon mentioned the Aussie. Oh, JJLA3. Wait, so you're the guy that made the Ozymandias? Yes. Yes, I am. Thank you for appreciating it. I appreciate you for appreciating it. Appreciation Inception. There we go. Yes, I made the Ozymandias, what? Last year. Yeah. Yeah, he says, oh my god, that was gorgeous. Thank you. I appreciate that, man. That's awesome. That makes me feel good. Somebody that just, like, realizes, like, you made that model, right? And it's just like, yeah, I did that. That's, yes. It makes you feel good. It does make you feel good. So, oh, boy, oh boy, oh boy. Awesome day so far. All right, so we've got about 8 there as well. 2019 is going to be fire for so many builders. Gizmo Con Gumpla, Jonathan, you said it correctly, sir. That is very, very accurate. Excuse me. JJLA3, he says, I need your advice off stream for some detail sculpting. Sculpting? I'm not great at sculpting. I will be the first to admit it, but I will try and help you wherever I can. Absolutely. Ooh, that one's a little long. That little piece there is just a little long. What is that? Because the Amazon deal was unbeatable, all 3 colors for some ridiculous low price. Oh yeah, okay. Rock and roll. Ricky Paul Carlson. He says my priority at age 57 is not breaking a hip. That's awesome, dude. Oh, brother. I totally get it, man. I totally get it, dude. That's funny though. That is funny. Astrea, Kai, what's going on, buddy? New challenger. Carlo Castro, Tim, that's a rare find to know you are who your real friends are. Yeah, no, I know, right? Dude, it's it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. So, like I said, it's a very, very good thing for what it is. I'm not going to give you guys details. I just cannot. I cannot give you guys details right now. It's not that I can't, it's that I don't want to. Because I don't want to spoil the surprise. The reason why I'm talking so much about it is to amp up the anticipation. Yes, I know it's mean. Sorry, but trust me, you'll get over it. We're all big boys and girls here. But it will be awesome. It will be awesome. Astrid Kai, he says, I'm good, just getting ready for bed and have to wake up tomorrow for work. Ugh. Work. I have to do the same thing. It sucks. Another 8mm. Why can't I just build models all day? That's what I really want to do. Okay, moving right along. It should be about 8. That is about 8. Yeah, damn, that's pretty damn good. Chris R. Late to the party. How are you, Tim? What's going on, buddy? I know you're late to the party, Chris, but man, we're doing pretty good. Pretty damn fine. Pretty damn fine. Yes. William Wilms, he is recoloring the Stormbringer. I don't know, that's kind of left field there, Will. Context? Who is recoloring the Stormbringer? Naoki? Sure as hell not me. I mean, although I do have a Stormbringer sitting over there that I have to work on at some point. Hey, Gabo Gio, what's going on, brother? Looks like we both rolled in late. Hey, y'all. Nice. I don't know why I said that in a country accent. That's all I think of when I hear y'all. I don't know why. Anyway. Oh, William Wims, you are for 20. No. No. The Stormbringer will not be for GBWC, but thanks for playing, William. Although the Stormbringer is a badass design. I really, really dig it because it's off that Sniper 2 frame. Excuse me. And you can evidently people have been able to convert it to the GM Turbulence, that green and orange and gray one that Naoki did as well, which I like better than the GM Turbulence, by the way. Evidently it's got enough parts to actually almost pull that off. And if you have a little little know-how at scratch building and modifying, you can do it. There we go. So I was happy about hearing that. So I may, whenever I get around to building Stormbringer, it may not be next year, I'm going to tell you that right now. Yeah, I may have to do something funky with it. Maybe do the GM Turbulence. I don't know. Alright, so we got our teeny tiny little pieces cut here. So let's get to these straps. Trying to move quickly through these things. Gunpla Geo, the T-square in question. You know what? I get a lot of people asking me about this. Unfortunately, this is one tool that is not available on Amazon. I wish it was. I really do. No, this T-square is by Wave. This is, let's see, the HT382. I actually got this off of Hobby Search. I checked a little bit earlier for somebody else today. The little one is out of stock, but they do have its big brother, the HT384. I like the little one better, especially when it has to do with masking and stuff like that, right? So, unfortunately, you can't. You have to get it from someplace overseas. HLJ might have it, but I think Hobby Search's tool selection is way better. Way better. So, look on there. Yeah. Sorry, man. No Amazon for that. Sorvon Zero. One day we will get that Hobby Search list sorted out so you can post it in place. Dude, I know, right? Yeah, Geo, it's on there. Just like I said, it's what is it? Model number HT382. Like I said, this is by Wave. So yeah, just look that up on Hobby Search, man. You'll find it like right away. They have a feature on their website where you can, if you're signed into your account, you can. There's a button that says like email me or something, and it'll email you when it's in stock. It's actually a great little service that they have, because I used to do that when I was first buying BMC chisels, because everybody was buying BMC chisels. So I did that, and as soon as they got restocked, man, I was Johnny on the spot. I was buying BMC chisels like crazy. And then, you know, hours later, they're out of stock again. So, yeah, take advantage of that. It's good shit. Good shit. Alright, all these little damn squares on this piece. And obviously, guys, we have been working on this almost non-stop, and it's almost 11:30 my time. So we're already an hour and a half into this, and I think we've been working on this for at least half that time. I know we've been talking and bullshitting and stuff like that, because that's fun. But yeah, you can see how long something like this takes. Now, mind you, we're getting close to being done on this. We just got to put these little deals on here. And we'll move on to masking off the main field of the shield here. Oh shit, I'm not even on camera. God damn it. Alright, there we go. Now we got it. Oh, look at that. Just enough of this last one here. Placed that one piece weird. Okay. Alright, so we need one more little piece here. We'll even cut that in half. Okay, so now we've got the two perimeters completely masked off. Let's get these. Let's get this tape pushed down into the recesses here. You know what, Chris? Yeah, they won't allow you to post the links here, so I'll do it. Hang on. There we go. So there's those two links. The first one is the big one. The last one is the smaller one, right? So yeah, man, so worth the money. It's not even funny. That rhymed. I'm sorry. I didn't really mean to do that. It just happened. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Okay. All right. So now, yeah. Thank you, James. It's Spider 2K2. Tim, don't quit your day job, right? Billy says I had it, but then I went back to painting chipping. Sorry. No, dude, don't even worry about it. Oh, there you go. Ricky Paul Carlson, Dirty Gumpla Hobbit, must resist buying. Whoop. Shit, I just fucked that piece up. Okay. So now, one piece of tape right along the top perimeter of these, we'll start to mask off the field here. Let's get a nice big piece of 18mm going here. Mask over these edges here, because those are important to protect. All right. There. A few more pieces, and this piece part is ready for prime time. Okay, right about there. That, make sure there's no gaps in the tape. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. And let's just get one final piece right up here on this top edge. It's not folding over and being protected as much as I would like. Whoa, come on. And there we go, you guys. That is now completely masked off. Boom. Just like that. Man. Takes some time, you guys. It takes some time. But it's worth it in the end. It really is. It's totally worth it in the end. Case in point. Let's peel another piece. See what we've got under here. Okay? So the last color I painted was this dark gray. That's the inner frame color for most of this, and you know, subtle accents as well. So let's take the tape off this thing. Let's see what we've got. Let's see what's under here. Let's see how it came out. Hopefully it came out really well, but we'll see, right? We shall see. Oh yes. Oh yes. Look at that corner. Just the corner, you guys. Come on. This is not fair. Man, that red is just... Red is super nice. I do love this red. Alright, let's get these side pieces off here. Alright, now... and these last two pieces here on this thing. And there's that piece. Not too damn bad. Not too damn bad. Went over there on Facebook. Your masking ways are amazing, and this video is so educational, buddy. But I've never been so glad of not knowing how to use an airbrush. Patient and passion of a god, buddy. Dude, brother, thank you, man. I appreciate that more than you can understand, dude. That means a lot. It really does mean a lot. Now, the real payoff is mocking it up with the insert pieces. You know, the pieces that you know, go, you know, the backing pieces and everything, right? So let's find those, shall we? Let's see. Is this might be one. I don't think that's the one. Darn. It's in here somewhere. Just gotta search for it. GGLA3, gotta go to bed later, bud. Please message me back when you get a chance. Absolutely, dude. 100% will. Thank you for watching, too. Appreciate that. Alright, so I got to find these pieces so I can mock this up real quick, because I've got to see it and I've got to show it to you guys. That's the main thing. Alright, so there's the insert. There's the yellow insert on that. But we still need the back side of the skirt. Ah, that's the other side. Damn it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Found it. Found it. We done found it. Okay. So, pop that in there. Oh. Look at that. You guys, come on. Come on. It's not fair. It's just not fair. God, I love seeing these pieces together like this. Oh. Once we get some decals on this thing too. You guys. Holy shit. Oh. Man, oh man. I'm telling you. You know, little decal under this thing. This piece right here. Little decal, little wide decal right down here at the bottom here. Maybe one right here on, maybe, you know what, maybe an EFSF logo here or something like that. Maybe a number, like a unit number or something like that in there. Something, I don't know. Spitballing here. That would look cool. Maybe like a hot air or hot exhaust going right along that edge. I don't know. Just throwing out ideas. Just throwing out ideas. So, that's exciting to see. That is exciting to see. I must say. I must say. But still, that's exciting to see too. Oh, look at that. That combination, right? Okay. So that the color combination is just insane. And then with the top of the leg, this is the top of the leg. Oh, look at that subtle contrast right there. That is great. That is great. And then there's the color of the back. Oop, this is off camera. Shit. Move it over slightly. So this is the color of the normal backpack, the normal Jesta backpack, right? And then this will be the color of the jump pack, the Quasimodo hunchback pack, or whatever we're calling it. So this, look at that, coupled with that, that's a good look. That's a good look. But then on the main Jesta, obviously this red will be the predominant color, with sprinkles of these grays and everything. The legs will be this main light color. This middle color here is actually the color of the backpack. But that sets off a nice little contrast there. Really, really good look. I think this is going to turn out very, very nice. Yeah, I really do. Man, and that pop of orange, that little pop of orange on that backpack. It's good. It's good. Mike Wine says, "What's up, brother?" Dude, Mike Wine, you guys, just got his 1/20th scale Max Factory Valkyrie today in the mail. Wow. That thing is big. That thing is big. And Mikey, I hope that when you put that thing together, when you give it justice, that the doors open. Make sure the hangar doors open. Oh, sorry. For those of you out there that don't know, it's just a little inside joke. Little inside joke for, between Mikey and those Gundam guys and a bunch of other people. It's just all in good fun. Mike is a wonderful modeler, by the way. Go follow him on Facebook, Gundamonium. Very talented. Great, great modeler. All right, so these are going away. These are all in the done bin. Goodbye, auf Wiedersehen, farewell, adieu, sayonara. Plain and simple. Freddy Torres, Tim gets it. You damn right I get it. Still an a-hole. I know, right? It's all in good fun, Mikey. It's all in good fun, man. Carlo Castro, what brown do you use? I assume that you're talking about this color here. That is Mr. Color. I believe it's number 336. Might be 303. I don't know. It's the hemp color. Its name is hemp. Okay, so that's the color of this. So I think it's a much better color on this backpack than the previous colors that I did. So yeah. Ultraman Dyna, how many of 40th anniversary colors are you using? Well, on this one, now only the red, only the previous red. I was using, these were originally, this backpack was originally, what was it, the Russian aircraft blue, I think the name was. Sorvan, you're correct. Hemp is C336. Thank you, Sorvan. Appreciate that, brother. So yeah, so hemp, this color here is number is C336 in the Mr. Color lineup. And it's a really good one, too. I think what you guys are seeing in terms of the white balance, the color matching on your screen, it's pretty close. Since my cutting mat is green, I think you guys are getting a little bit more of a green tinge to it. Let's put this on a white piece here, and let's see if that changes the color intensity or the cast or anything. Let's take that out, let that lie flat there. Let's see what it does. Yeah. Okay, see, that's actually a little bit better of a color representation than it was before, just sitting on the green mat. Yeah, it's just a tad bit more vibrant in person. It's a little more saturated. It's a little, just a teeny tiny bit more kind of a khaki color. It's a great color. It's a great color. I love the very kind of muted, earthy tones. But then, of course, I also love these, crazy fuck you reds, it is what it is. I love colors, okay? It's just something about paint colors that just is awesome. But yeah, so 336, great color. Great color. So, Eric Mason hates him. If you're airbrushing the same color as the piece, do you still have to prime it? Absolutely, yes, 100%. I would never in a million years suggest not priming. So, yeah, if, say for instance, you're painting a Gundam, and the predominant armor color is white, right? So when you want to paint it white, always prime, dude. Always, always, always prime. Because the paint is a different formulation than the primer. The primer acts as your base. It basically is what the paint grips to, right? While the primer chemically bites into the plastic. That's what makes, you know, lacquer or solvent-based paints so durable. So yes, 100%, dude. Always, always, always prime, no matter what, even if you're painting it the same color. So, yep. Ultraman Dyna, they released the initial 23 minutes of narrative movie on YouTube. When I saw the Jestas in that video, I immediately thought of your kit. Nice, dude. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier, kind of in the beginning of the stream. So awesome. I don't want to spoil it, so don't post spoilers for people that haven't seen it. All I'm gonna say is it was a great direction for Sunrise and Bandai to take with the next installment of the Gundam universe. So I really liked it. I really, really did. So Ultraman Dyna, I can't wait to watch the freaking movie. I know, right? So so good. I can't wait to see the other mechs, like the Sinanju Stein and the new Neo Zeong and everything. Excuse me. Just great. Tex Marquise, need that Hathaway's Flash though. Yeah, no, I agree. And Hathaway's Flash is gonna be cool because it's like a trilogy movie, so it's like it's basically like getting three OVAs, which is cool. So good amount of content for that. Yeah, I just can't wait to see what kind of models we're going to be getting with that. Because from what it seems, and I could be completely off base with this assumption, but from what it seems like they're kind of putting a lot into Hathaway's Flash. That's just the feeling that I get. Just from like the the trailer airing or accompanying, the first Gundam narrative in the theaters and stuff like that. Kind of the secrecy of that trailer, if you guys have seen that trailer. And it's just a teaser. It's like not even a minute long, I think. But at the end of that trailer, you see something fly away. And yeah, it's either the Cassie or Zai or however you pronounce it, or the Penelope. I can't wait to see which one it is because it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be awesome. So, yeah. Dude, you know what? I'm hopeful. Let me rewind that. I'm wishful. I'm wishful of a master grade Cassie or Zai or whatever that is, the 105. I'm wishful for that. Even an RE. I don't care, Bandai, what you do. Let's go to camera one so we talk. I don't care what you do, Bandai. Just give us a 1/100 scale, okay? Just give us that. Because if you're able to give us that, if you're able to give us the 105, if you're able to give us the perfect Zeong, if you're able to give us the Dendrobium, if you're able to give us the Neo Zeong in all of its incarnations, if you are able to give us the Deep Striker and the O, then there's no reason you can't give us the Kshatriya. Come on, Bandai! You're missing the boat! I'm telling you, man. Oh, if they made a 1/100 scale Kshatriya, oh, come on. It would sell like hotcakes. I'm telling you guys. I should work for Bandai. Then I wouldn't be able to enter GBWC, so scratch that idea, right? Sauron Zero, 1/100 will be tough for them. Zai or Cassie is a very big boy. Penelope is flat out huge. Yeah, no, dude, I don't expect the Penelope in 1/100 scale anytime soon. That is flat out. The Cassie or Zai or whatever, on the other hand, I mean, with this being kind of the flagship of the 40th anniversary promotion, man, I just got this feeling in my gut, man. No one ever thought they would have made the Deep Striker. Let me put that out there, right? And that's big, right? No, back in the day, no one ever thought they'd make a Dendrobium. Plain and simple, right? Thank you, Bailey. Yes, no one ever thought they would make a Nightingale in plastic. They had it in resin form, and there were a bunch of third-party resins and stuff like that too. Nobody in a million years thought they'd make a 1/100 scale Nightingale. But they did. They surprised us, right? I really do think there's a market, if Bandai wanted, make it for the 105. I do. I do. Yeah, Sauron, the Cassie or whatever, was part of that old list that just keeps popping up, right? So, and honestly, I still have the, what is it, the Mechanicore Zero store or whatever sitting up there. Their version of it. It's got a fan base. It's got a market. Bandai just has to take advantage of that market. Bandai, give us what we want, you sons of bitches. Dwidget, Therno Hobbies and Games on Facebook. Very much so. I still got a Deep Striker sitting here on the shelf. Yeah, dude, I got one right over there sitting on the ground, waiting for me. It'll be a few years still, but still. And then there, yes, Bailey, thank you, dude. Yes, and then there are the aftermarket 1/100 Kshatriyas too. I mean, you got the Ellen, you've got that one with the shrunken head that looks weird. I forget what it's called. Dumb Toys or some shit. I don't know. Some Chinese company. I forget what it's called, but it was just ugly. It had the shrunken head like that scene out of Beetlejuice, like. But it was bad. The Ellen, I think, looked actually halfway decent. As long as you got the right parts with it. But man, I would buy up a Kshatriya. Hell yeah. I would buy a 1/100 Kshatriya in a minute. Pre-order that bitch. Oh. I would absolutely buy that up. First in line, baby. First in line. Man, oh man. And $400. Yeah, $400 for the damn Ellen Kshatriya. I think half of that went into the labor that it took to clip the parts out and put them in trays. That was a stupid move on their part. Ugh. Yeah, Kurt Hill. Bandai needs to do 100K shots. Yes. Been saying that for years, bro. Been saying it for years, and I will continue to say it until they make one. Oh, you guys. What's up with this P Bandai Astray Red Dragon thing? Text. Hashtag free K-Shat. We should totally make that a thing. That's awesome. I like that. Yeah, dude, this Red Dragon thing. Like, where did that come from? Is that like in a manga or whatever, however you say it? Is that a thing over there? Like, they just dumped it on us. Like, hey, Red Dragon. Now, don't get me wrong. It's like prime. That's a prime kit for greeblies and kit bashing and stuff like that. Yeah. But I'm not going to pay P Bandai prices for greeblies. So, you missed the boat again, Bandai. Sons of bitches. Sorvon, yeah, it's a manga thing. Bailey says plenty of material in the side stories. Yeah, go figure, right? Destiny Astray R, I think. That's from Sorvon. There's like 500 variants of Astray's Freddy. Nice. William Wilms, I don't care for the dragon. That dragon. Oh, we will give it 3 guns, swords. I prefer the B. Yeah. Tech says, I call them ashtrays. Who doesn't? Dwidget. Haven't seen it in any manga that I know of. William Wims, the blue ashtray giant sword. I know, right? What's up with the giant swords? Like, I mean, how is that practical in a giant robot fight? I'm just spitballing here. I mean, if I was going up against a giant robot with a giant blue sword, I'd bring my rifle and just, right? You never bring a giant blue sword to a gunfight. You guys can quote me on that. Yeah, it's true. You know, the ashtrays are super popular. I just, I don't get it. I just don't get them. They're cool, but it is what it is. Dwidget says, at least that one turns into a Gatling gun with a stand. That's true. That is true. Tex Marquise, if something is shooting at me, I ain't using a giant sword. See? Logic. Come on. It's just logic. That's all that it is. Maybe I'm not crazy. I don't know. Freddy Torres, blue sword turns into a gun. Why's it gotta be such a giant sword though? That's what I don't understand. Like, the sword is seriously like as big as the ashtray, like head to toe body, right? Why is it so big? Like, the original ashtray had the katana. I could understand that, right? I could understand that. Just these giant fuck you swords. I don't know. That's not my thing, dude. Oh, no. You know what is my thing? You know what's my thing? That's my thing. Right there. That's my thing. Tactical grunt suit. He's gonna fuck you up if you have a giant sword, I'm telling you. He's going to shit kick you right in your face with your dumb giant sword. Oh. Jesta's gonna beat your ass with that stupid sword. Oh, you guys. Gunplay Uruguay. Yes. Overcompass. Yes. Okay, so Javier, you win comment of the night. Overcompanaste. Nice. Oh, that's good. Perfect. That's perfect. Oh man, William Williams, anime logic. The bigger the sword, the faster you slice your enemies. Tex Marquis, sword as big as the suit. Sounds like something from Final Fantasy nonsense. I know, right? Freddy Torres, now stick a giant sword on it. Yeah, right. Edwin RSA, why get close when you can snipe them like in Thunderbolt? Yeah, see, exactly, right? I mean, come on. This isn't like Lord of the Rings where you have to get in close and use your swords, magic wand and shit. I mean, come on. You're in a giant robot. Tech Marquis, swords on swords. Freddy Torres, because swords are cooler. Maybe. Carlo Castro, Tim signing off for now. I will catch up on the stream later. Dude, you're not going to miss much because we're gonna end it soon. So, Carlo, thank you for watching, buddy. Freddy Torres, crossing swords. Ka-ching! Oh, man. Tex Marquis, replace the mono eye fins with swords, right? Jeez. Dwidget, you know what they say about guys with big swords. Yeah. It's what Javier was saying. Over compensatre or whatever. Hey, look at that. Yours with us. What's going on, Yor? Welcome back. He says the sword is actually just used as a shield. Deception is key to victory. All right. I kind of dig that in a way. Left-hand machine gun fingers? Nah, swords. Tex. Oh, look at everybody. Okay, so Kira Yet, our favorite mad scientist in training, Kira Yet, over on Facebook. Kira, thank you for coming back. He says, imagine a person holding a human-sized knife and a person holding a rifle. Yeah, exactly. Like a human-sized fucking sword. Like, come on, man. Good luck picking that up. Oh, man, oh, man. My, oh, my. Gumpel Uruguay, Javier. At least the blue frame had one set with 2 warship cannons attached. That makes more sense. Okay, so let me break this down for just a second. Let me just give me a second here to break this down. So, a giant fuck you sword with cannons on it makes more sense. Oh my god. Okay, hey, Javier, I get it, brother. I get it. Just saying it out loud is funny as shit to me. It really is. Gizmocom Gumpla, the only ashtray that was good with sword was the Build Fighter ashtray that could cut through the beams. I don't know. I didn't watch Build Fighter, so I don't know, dude. Oh, man. Ay. Tex Merquise might as well give him a shovel. Yeah, right? Dig his own grave. Ultraman Dyna, kind of like in the movie Raiders of the Lost Ark. Oh, my God, yes! Where in the first one, where the dude in the streets, you know, whipping around his sword and everything, and Indy pulls his gun and just pow, just turns around and walks away. What a great scene! Oh, absolutely wonderful scene. Chris R, have you seen the 160th 7 sword? That thing's sword has to be huge as well. Yeah, right. Like, why do you fucking need 7 swords? I mean, I get it. Maybe 2. But 7? Come on, man. 7 swords. You have 2 hands. What are those other 5 swords going to do? They're going to jangle around and you're going to get whipped up in them and everything. And it's just going to be a danger. You can't use 7 swords at the same time. Man. Bandai and their wacky designs, you guys. Ultraman Dyna, he throws them. He throws the swords. Why would you throw your weapons? Why would you throw your weapons away? Keep your weapons. And use them. I don't get it. Fucking ashtrays. Ugh, you guys. Widget, gotta love the classics, right? Chris R, fun fact, Tim, that scene was not supposed to go. That was Mr. Ford was sick and wanted to finish shooting. That's awesome. That's awesome. He was supposed to use the whip. Damn. That's cool. Freddie Torres, someone didn't watch Spartacus. Actually, yes, I did. Spartacus was one of my favorite series, like the new series, you know. You throw them because you have too many. Yeah, right? Like, come on. You come into a sword fight with 7, you're gonna throw some of them bitches away. Jesus. House of Flying Daggers, my ass. Edwin Arce, Barbados is a better design with that giant mace, one swing and the grazes down. Right? Yeah, the giant mace. It was alright. It was alright. The giant mace was alright. That big Tyrannosaurus dinosaur looking thing, like near the end, that just, no, you just take that and just scrap that altogether. The sword that the Lupus used, that was tight. That was tight. Let's see. Freddy Torres, first step, don't throw swords, right? Tex Marquise, tossing swords like your bag is 2 pounds overweight at the check-in counter. Yeah, for real. Like, just... you guys. Alright. I could spout poetic on the idiosyncrasies and fallacies of Gundam logic and usefulness of weapons and things of that nature all night long, but I'm not going to. It's a little past midnight here. We're going to tie a bow on this thing. We're going to put it to bed. Alright? So, you guys, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for taking part in the conversation, and it was awesome. So, you guys had me laughing tonight. I appreciate that a lot, right? We're going to continue with Masking Hell on Wednesday. We're going to probably continue with Masking Hell on Friday. And we're probably going to continue with Masking Hell in the next week. Because I don't see it going anywhere anytime soon. Maybe I can work on this. Maybe I can work over the weekend and bust out a lot of this. But I don't know. We'll see, right? Kiriet over there on Facebook. Talk about Barbados. Which grade of Barbados Lupus you suggest me to have one? The 1/100 scale. Plain and simple. Full mechanics. Full mechanics. Get the 1/100 scale. It's just, man, such a great, that was such a great design. Such an awesome upgrade from the original Barbados. The Lupus Rex with those long arms and everything. Nah. The Lupus. Oh. The Wolf. Yes. Congratulations, Bandai. You actually hit one out of the park this time. So, alright. You guys, let's wrap it up. I Build Giant Robots, the retro version. Go get you one on childofmecha.com. Hit the store button at the top. You'll be able to see this shirt, many others. Hats, bags, all sorts of cool stuff on there. Go get some. The tools that I've used here tonight, the masking tape, the silicone brushes, the X-Acto knife, all that good stuff. You can all get that on the Amazon link just below. Over here, if you're watching on Facebook, man, go take a look at that stuff because we've got camera gear for streaming, we've got books for inspiration, we've got tools that you may not even think that you need. It's on there. I've already sourced them out. Most of them are on Prime. I cannot wait to tell you guys about 2019 GBWC build. I cannot wait. I am super excited. Building the anticipation. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. So, you guys be safe. Build something cool. We'll see you on Wednesday. Good night. See you guys.